Hey there guys, this is Chef Chris, and today we are making spicy fish tacos with a beautiful roasted corn salad. This is roasted corn that I'm going to show you guys a little bit later. It goes great with these fish tacos. Alright, so let's get started with the marinade. The only thing I measured out here guys was the half a cup of extra virgin olive oil and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you have. Maybe apple cider would be great in this. Red wine, not a problem. But those are the only thing I measured out. The rest of them I just add and I adjust with flavor. So sorry about that, guys. But to that I added a couple of pinches of crushed red pepper. We have some chili powder. We're also going to add a nice helping of cumin. To that we're also going to add some Old Bay seasoning, which goes great with any kind of fish. Of course, I can't have anything with my favorite cayenne pepper. And we're also going to add a couple of dashes of your favorite hot sauce. I'm using Louisiana. Tabasco would go great in this if you like it a little extra spicier maybe. I just love Louisiana hot sauce. We're also going to add a couple of squeezes of honey to counteract with the acidity in the vinegar. And top it off with a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. And to that we're going to zest a whole lime here. Make sure you don't get any of that white part. You just want to get the skin, the outer layer of the lime, just to avoid that bitterness that it has. But the lime does great. It brings out the zest of a clean filling, a nice, just a freshness to it. We're going to go ahead and mix that up, incorporate everything. And I actually just noticed that I missed one more ingredient that I had set up on the side, which was garlic. I had 2 cloves of garlic here that I put into the crusher that I forgot to add earlier, so sorry about that. But I'm going to give it a nice stir, and we're going to go ahead and pour that right over the fish. I'm using a swai fish, which is a flaky white fish that Albertsons had. You can use any kind of tilapia would do, any halibut would be great with it, maybe even a mahi-mahi. I prefer white flaky fish. Any kind of fish that you love to go on a fish taco, use it. It's all up to you. You're the boss of your fish taco sauce. Oh, this isn't the sauce. Just the tacos. You're the boss. Alright, so you want to make sure you get every nook and cranny incorporate with that sauce to get a nice marinade going. You're going to seal that up with a little bit of plastic wrap, stick it in the fridge. I marinated mine for about 3 hours. If you could do it for 4 or 5, even better. I would just cut on a little bit of time here. Alright, now I have a couple of corn here that I'm going to take off that silk. You want to remove the silk. I removed the outer layers of the corn, a couple of husks there. I still had a nice layer of protectant to put on the grill. So, no big deal. One thing you do want to do though is soak your corn. You want to soak them in cold water for about 15 minutes. If you don't do it, it's just to protect the corn. It's to make it not dry out. Especially if you don't do that, you run the risk of drying it out and burning it, which you want to avoid. I had the grill ready. I put them on the side. You don't want to put them on direct heat. You want to put them on the side. They only take about 15, maybe 20 minutes to cook. I placed those tilapia things right on top. And the chicken was actually for lunch. The fish tacos was for dinner. But every couple of minutes, since I said they only take about 15-20 minutes, every 5 minutes, give it a nice turn. And those were ready. I took them off the grill. All right, I zested a whole lemon as you saw before. Sorry about that. And we're also going to add some red onion. I have a small red onion here that I'm dicing up. If you have a large one, just use half. No big deal. Now here's a little trick. As you can see how I'm slicing this red onion, this is just going to ensure that every dice is equal size. It's all about presentation. So this is just a little trick. Instead of dicing it and having some strips longer than the other one, that's just a little trick on how I dice all my red onions. Or white onions for that. Alright, we're also going to get those corns that have cooled down. We're going to go ahead and chop off all those kernels. Make sure those are incorporated in salad. Break them apart. And we're just basically trying to get every one of these vegetables to be the exact same size, just so they match evenly. We're going to slice up those red bell pepper here. Go ahead and turn it the other way around. Give it a nice dice. Just make sure all the sizes are the same. Go ahead and do the same with a nice jalapeno. And to add a little bit of extra crunch and a little bit of sweetness actually is a good jicama. I was going to use an apple, but you know what? I figured go to the store, get a nice jicama. But the little thing I'm going to do here that's a little different is cut these into strips. Just to give a little contrast with the shapes of all the vegetables and fruits. That'd be a nice little change of pace. To that we're going to add some cilantro that I diced up as well. And the lemon that we zested. And go ahead and squeeze that whole lemon juice into there. Of course, we're going to season everything with a nice helping of salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. And we're going to give it a little toss. I was debating here, should I throw in cayenne pepper, should I not? I don't want to mess up those white strips of jicama that look beautiful, but I couldn't help myself. I tasted it and I was like, it's beautiful, but it needs a little heat, definitely. All right, I put that in the fridge and let those flavors just infuse for about an hour or so. And we're going to get started with a beautiful sour cream sauce that we're going to put right on bottom of the fish. To that, we have some sour cream. We have the chipotle and adobe sauce, which is a great, beautiful, spicy pepper sauce. We're going to add pretty much the same ingredients that we did in the marinade. We're going to just, what's the word I'm looking for? Replicate that. We're going to put the cumin. We're going to put the chili powder, some fresh cracked black pepper, some crusher pepper, just everything we did there. I didn't add the lime and the lemon juice because I actually ran out, unfortunately, but I would have added it if I had it. And we're gonna give it a nice stir, give it a taste. This doesn't go on precise ingredients. You want to taste it and adjust, just like every kind of. This is why cooking's so great. You can add, you can adjust, a little more salt, a little more pepper, a little more cayenne, of course. I added a little more chipotle and adobe sauce. And when we were done, we plated it. I put that sour cream right in the middle of that flour tortilla. I topped it off with that beautiful flaky white swai fish. Topped it off with a little bit of that roasted corn salsa, a little cheese, maybe a little extra cilantro for high end. Let me tell you, it was delicious, sweet. It was spicy, it was crunchy, it was tender. It was amazing. That's all I can say. Well, guys, that was my fish taco. If there's anything you guys would like to learn how to make, let me know. And as always, guys, enjoy. Thank you.